There's a lot that was shared right there. But what he talked about is actually what happened here last week. He said, when you get guys in a room and leave them to themselves, they just start venting and sharing. That was organic that happened last week. It was also therapeutic for Duval and for Esau, but for others who was walking around with pain and emotions. Brother Shane told me he's been around this table with a lot of these guys and he learned new information himself. That just shows that we're walking around with unresolved pain that we've been taught to carry. And we've been misled to believe as men, we're not allowed to have the same feelings and emotions that women have. But our Creator created us with the same set of feelings and emotions. We all go through grief. We all go through trauma. We all go through pain. And what I loved what he said to his friend was that you don't have to go through it alone. And that's the beauty of the power of people. So if someone dies, we hug each other and say, stay strong. Subconsciously, we're programming each other that when we feel weak, then we're not men. And I'm here to tell you that's the furthest thing from the truth.
You know, Ryan.
Go ahead, Shelby.
Let me jump in. I just want to say something. You know, when we tell somebody to stay strong, we're really telling them to smash it. You know what I mean? Like smash it. I mean, you know, just smash it. Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Instead of dealing with it, because it's going to come back. It's going to come back and full. When it comes back in full circle, man, it's going to be more devastating than it was the first time.
Exactly.
So a lot of times when there's somebody, you know, staying strong, it's okay for the moment.
Yeah.
Just that moment. I need to hear something for the moment. But in reality, man, I need a reality check.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I do the Power of People training for Boys of Hope, right? For our kids that are in middle school. And we have one of our affirmations that talks about when I was born lovable. I was born, all these things, right? So when I say to the kids, I say, what baby doesn't want to be loved? They say, all babies want to be loved. I said, absolutely. I said, what does that baby become when it gets older? They said a kid. And I said, that kid turns into what? They said a teenager. And that teenager turns into what? A grown up. I said, but isn't that grown up still that same baby that needs to be loved? Right. See, we eliminate that from the equation for some reason. When we become adults, we feel like being loved on, being cared about, showing emotion is something that's for them and not for me. Right. But I'm going to dispel that lie, Shelby. Right. You tell me to be strong, but I may need to crown your shoulder too. You need to talk about it. Because I need to talk about it. Right. And these brothers last week needed to talk about what was going on in their lives. Perfect. And they had a safety zone in here where they can share. And then also others sharing their personal experience with them as well. Because we can strengthen one another with our personal experiences.